So you are a new or budding pet photographer. If you watch the first two videos in this series all about how to start your pet photography business, then you just finished setting up your business from the legal standpoint. And now you're ready to start actually building your business. If you haven't though, go back and watch those videos first where we talk all about choosing a name, registering your business, requesting an EIN, setting up your bank accounts, and so much more. I'll leave those video links in the description box below. Okay, by this point, you're like, Joanne, how do I get clients? How do I build my portfolio? What should I charge? How do I market my business? So over these last two videos, I'm gonna share with you exactly what I would do if I was starting my pet photography business all over again. P.S. These are in somewhat of an order, but there really isn't any particular order you must do them in as long as you are doing them at all. All right, let's go. All right, so you've finally planted your flag and said to yourself, world, I am a pet photographer. Now, it's important to get out there and network. This is especially important, friends, because the people who already know you, i.e. your family and friends, likely are not your ideal client, meaning you really need to expand your reach and your audience. So go to where your ideal client might be. Attend pet-related events or sign up as a local vendor, reach out to pet-related businesses, start connecting with petfluencers and pet parents on social media, become a volunteer photographer for a local rescue or shelter in need, and the like. In order to have a fully booked calendar, you always need to have new people coming into the fold of your business, and one way to do that is to continuously network. We will be talking more about how to market your business later on, and I will have a specific video all about some unique ways to market your pet photography business coming soon. Which brings me to the next thing to do to start really growing your pet photography business, and that's to build up your portfolio. All those people that you've started connecting with that I mentioned a moment ago offer up a discounted or pro bono rate for sessions in order to build your portfolio. Or you can even offer a monthly model call on your social media platforms, or do some kind of launch giveaway. It's really up to you how you want to work it starting out to build your portfolio. The key thing here to think about and keep in mind is to look for a wide variety of pets to photograph, including different colors, sizes, breeds, ages, fur types, etc. That's really going to help you have a well-rounded portfolio. In fact, I recently booked a client whose dog was a greyhound solely because I had photographed a greyhound previously and showcased that client on my website. So not only are these people that you're going to photograph likely going to be totally in to get a photo session of their pet, but they are also going to potentially be your first few clients down the road or refer your first few paying clients to you. Now, personally, I gave away a few mini sessions to volunteer friends to kind of start building my portfolio. I also offered reduced session rates to get people in the door the first 6 months of my business or so, which helped build my portfolio. And from there, I continued to meet people, photograph their pets, and expand the depth and breadth of my portfolio. Now, by this point, you've got a nice portfolio going, you've started to really network and meet people, but now we've really got to start to build credibility. Why should someone hire you outside of another photographer? Why should someone hire you at all? That's where building your online presence comes in. I recommend kickstarting one social media profile to start, whether yours is Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever, and start to share that beautiful, elaborate portfolio that you've been building all across social media. I know. I too have a love-hate relationship with social media sometimes, but my younger clients, anywhere from say 25 to 35, definitely check out my social media profiles in tandem with my website. In fact, many of my clients follow me on social media before ever booking a session with me. And I will say I don't typically even get leads from social media, but from word of mouth or Google. But guys, social media is where I've spent time building the know, like, and trust factor with my audience. By building up one social media platform, you give people an option to find and follow you online outside of your static website for you to introduce yourself and have people kind of get to know you better and what you're all about. And that will also help you to continue to build credibility as an expert in your industry. And in this case, we're talking about pet photography. So while you don't need your social media platform to be the end-all be-all marketing of your business, it is a good spot to connect with your followers, audience, clients, and to build that trust factor so people get to know you and hopefully hire you later on. So you've got a portfolio, you're building your online presence, you're introducing yourself to people as the professional pet photographer that you are. Now you've got to start determining what you want your offerings to be if paid clients are coming your way. Now, if you're anything like me, when you first started out, you didn't really know what that meant, what offerings are. You simply offered a flat rate for a photo session with a series of digitals like most beginner or shoot and burn photographers. And everyone will tell you that's fine to get started, but it's not sustainable unless shoot and burn is your specific business model. Because on a flat session fee alone, cut that amount in half to account for taxes and overhead. Meaning if you charge $100 for an hour-long session, you're making $50 for your time and you haven't even begun to edit those images yet, or accounted for all the time that you've invested in coordinating or working with that client to that date. So you can see very quickly how that $100 doesn't actually turn into very much. For me, I started with offering a 1-hour photo session for $125 for one pet with all the digitals. Now, I cringe even saying that now because it wasn't profitable. I was devaluing myself and others in my market, and it's not sustainable if I want to be a pet photographer in 3, 5, or 10 years. I would have to do dozens upon dozens of $125 sessions just to break even, and I know that eventually that I would burn out. There's no doubt about it. So considering what you're going to offer, take into account your time, your energy, your perspective, style, education, and start there. Maybe you offer a $150 1-hour session with 10 digitals, or maybe you kickstart at $75 for half an hour and then have packages for your digitals, something like that. Just remember that your time, energy, expertise, and person are so valuable. Now, I'm definitely going to be talking about pricing more in another video, but for now, determine what you want to offer, but don't give away the whole kit and caboodle for practically nothing, because I promise you, you are going to regret that later on and not have much to show for it. So that rounds out part 3 of starting your pet photography business. In the next video, part 4, and the last in this series, I'm going to be covering topics such as figuring out who your ideal client is, talking about developing your brand, working on your client experience, and gaining social proof, all of which are really key steps to building a successful, profitable pet photography business, especially if I had to start one over today. Now drop your questions or comments below and I'd be happy to answer them for you or guide you along the way further. Or head to the description box below to watch the last video in this series, and I'll also drop it here in the card above. Until next time, be kind and rescue dogs. Thanks for watching.